By the time you're watching this video, our new Supercell Make skin, DISCOLETTE, has been already released on the website and it's up for voting, so if you haven't voted already, please go to Supercell Make and do it. I'll put a link down in the description. Today I would like to talk to you a bit about the process of creating this skin. I can say that so far this has been our most complicated work that we've ever done. And not only because the general idea for the campaign was pretty difficult, but technically speaking, Colette is a very detailed and a very unique character that needs a lot of time and effort put to the idea, to the colors, in order to able to create some kind of concept that works for the game style. It's not overcomplicated, but at the same time it delivers a great and distinct idea of what is actually the skin is. To start off, I would like to say that our team this time has been a bit different. Our 3D artist was Chronopierce, so the full team is Chronopierce as a 3D artist and FreeFGP, Xpyray and me as 2D artists. We were developing the concept for almost a month, I think. It all started pretty basic. We started exploring the idea by taking a most basic approach regarding time traveling and all of that, because the campaign is Colette through time, so it's pretty vague, but we had some ideas. So the first ones looked a lot like something coming from steampunk era, and we didn't stick with this idea for a long time because we thought it would be pretty basic and boring to use. Plus, the palettes that we were working on were kind of too one-colored, and we moved on from that idea. The next idea that came into Xpyray's mind was actually the DISCOLETTE. The first versions of it were really different, had a much more serious approach and much more serious approach to their palettes. So these ideas were scrapped for something more childish, for something more playful that we would be able to make into a final concept that we used. At the same time, FreeFGP tried to make some concepts for different eras, like Primal Colette and like Detective Colette, but we didn't stick with those concepts because after some digging we fell in love with how DISCOLETTE looked like, and we settled with the name at the same time, so we continued working on the concept to the point where we're pretty happy with how the actual character looked like. However, we hadn't settled on the palette at all. So it took us a lot of time, and actually the 3D model was already started and being made even before the final palette appeared. FreeFGP insisted on continuing to explore the palette, and at which point we got to some pretty solid results, and then Xpyray introduced us to 4 new palettes, from which we thought that the one that was the final was the most suitable, because it introduces a completely new color for Colette's hair, the dark hair, which looks contrasting to her other skins and makes it even more unique. And we really like this greenish color that strikes and that draws your attention towards the concept. And with all of this set, we decided to start working. With the final concept, we continued discovering another part of her skin, which is actually the scrapbook. We didn't want to make a simple approach of this, and we didn't want to keep the book as a general concept. So we started thinking of something like a player or a radio since the beginning of the development. However, it changed a lot since the first versions, because first versions were extremely detailed and were really out of place for the game style. So with a lot of exploration, we changed our direction and decided on something much simpler, which can be seen in the final version. It's a basic radio with big headphones and with a battery in the back for the details, and that's pretty much it. For the 3D model, Chronopierce had a lot of challenging work to do, including making her hair look good, because changing it is a huge part of the skin, and making it look good is also really important. In the end, I think the end result is amazing. Which is interesting to me is that by the time I record the video, I still don't have the final rendered pose made. I only saw the finished 3D model with the T-pose and all this stuff. However, I'm sure as soon as it will be released and made, well, I will definitely put pictures somewhere here so you can see. The final result that you can actually watch and enjoy will be on the Make website. But for now, that's basically it. I didn't want to make this as long as the last video I made, because talking about this, I got some feedback from you, and it's just interesting for me to come here and talk a little bit about how we do stuff. It's fun to me, and I had a lot of pleasure working with our team again. And well, I have no idea what happens next. We'll upload our skin, hope that it will get to the finalists, and hopefully something good happens next. Who knows? But who knows? It's still a long way to go for us, and we really hope you enjoy the work that we did this time. Have a great day, and goodbye.